Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. So today we are heading off to British Elite, but before we start I have a confession. I hugged her. It's grown on me. I have many reasons. Not that I'm
Do it, do it.
Yeah, so I did it, guys. I basically came to the conclusion that she's rubbing them out. She clearly hates them. I hate putting them back in. And you know what? It grows back. If I really, really hate it enough, it's just going to grow back. And yeah, I've been told by judges before to hog her. So I really honestly just thought to myself, you know what? You're never going to know unless you give it a try. So, yep, there it goes. Snacks for days. And then in the car we also have a bag of food. My poop bucket, I'm not taking the wheelbarrow this time because I bought myself a trolley. So I'm taking the bucket to muck out into, her water bucket, feed bucket, feeds pre-made into like there. All the usual stuff that we take, chair, Emma's table, which I need to give back to her, but yeah, taking Emma's table. The kind of like fridge bucket that lives on the side. I'm having something very exciting made with Dublin's horseshoes, and the girl that does it is going to be at the show, so I'm giving them to her. Can't forget that. That's my camera. Milk, important. Got my classes and my times up there, and my tag is in the tag locker. So we're good to go. It's dark in here. Hi. You can see her properly now. Oh, I really do like it. Anyway, it was so quick to bath, they're not having to wash it. And I haven't got to plait it, which really excites me. So yeah, we are gonna go and have the best time, I think. It's gonna be so lovely not having to be like, oh, I've got to go plait, and oh, have they not rubbed out, and like generally worry. But yeah, she's fully clipped everywhere. So plenty of rugs. She's got 2 fleeces on at the minute. I've got her blue chip one on and this one that I won. Just to keep her warm because she's wet. Even though I used the hot shower, she got a little bit cold. So yeah, let's get on the road and we'll see you there. Yeah, so it was time to leave, and very luckily had Brad come in with me this weekend, which just makes it all so much easier, and it means that he's obviously there to film. He actually also drove, so I was able to sit in the car with the doggo and basically chill out on the journey there. So first job when we arrive is always to get this one settled into her stable. I like just to get her in, get her a little bit of bed down, give her some water, just give her time to relax really. It's only about an hour and a half journey for us. Wasn't too cold when we got there. We got assigned a stable, which is quite nice because normally you end up having to run around trying to find the best one, but nope, they gave us a stable. Now, Dublin's favourite job is to sift through and see what anyone else has left before we stick in some new bedding and just get her all comfy, basically. Now, it's always cheaper for me to take my own bedding because I can put the bales in the trailer. I think the venues charge like £10 a bag, which is crazy. And all I'll do is any old bedding I'll chuck up as banks, and I'll put the fresh on the floor so that what she's actually lying and sleeping on is clean. She had to obviously standard go straight for a wee. And then I thought, right, get the pyjamas on before she has a roll in her nice blue chip rug, because I do not want that. This is one of the lovely sheets that I was given after the photo shoot from Derby House, and it's actually perfect. It's like not thick, but it was quite warm, but she is fully clipped, so it was just something to keep on her, and it keeps the dust off her. So yeah, it was a good place to test this out actually. I was really impressed with it. But once Dublin is all sorted, it is time to go and get ourselves all settled in. Goodbye! So yeah, The trolley was a good hit, and he actually spent a lot of his time sitting and sleeping in that, so it was a good thing to buy. Anyway, I got the trailer all set up as a kind of hay, feed and rug room. It's just like, you know, perfect place to store it all. And then we decided to get our camp all set up. Now the logic here was that we were going to sleep in the back of the car, and it was due to rain an awful lot, and because we're going in and out of the boot, we thought we'd put the gazebo over the back. Unfortunately, it wasn't tall enough, and we did actually scratch top the car, so that was a shame. But anyway, gazebo off, and we tied it to the side of the trailer because I thought, well, if it is going to rain, I at least can tie double underneath, and it's somewhere dry for her while we get ready. So that's us all set up. Brad won't sleep on the bunk beds, so the mattresses have gone, and they're in the back of the car like we did for Norfolk. So I've just set up in here like for day, like we're gonna cook in here. All my toiletries and everything's there, the kettle. So we've got power, so we can have the kettle, but Brad's stealing the power. We've also got all out here, because I'll groom under the gazebo if it's raining, but we'll sit under here, and I'm pretty sure that's my ring, so that's absolutely brilliant. They're the stables, she's just a row behind, so we are perfect space. Out for a leg stretch, and I've let her pick at the grass, and then basically I should be getting her ready for bed, and that's day one, arrival day done really. We're going to have our dinner. Tia should be here in about half an hour, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. We've got our veterans tomorrow and a concourse tomorrow, and then concourse all day Sunday, so stay tuned, and I'm sure I will show you some of the evening stuff. But oh, that's not good, be coughing already. But yeah, we'll see you later. Unfortunately, Dublin's asthma does seem to play up a little bit when we are at these stay away shows, but that's why I get her out plenty of times and we go for these nice little walks. I then popped her hood on. I tend to try and do everything with her at the trailer. I like her stable to be her like chill out place, her rest place. Like I'll never tack her up there, never do any like boring stuff. I always keep it as a place to chill out, because of course she hasn't got her field and these shows are very busy. We're always doing something, so yeah, it's just my thing. So just had standard mad 5 minutes. Tia has arrived with Hetty. You'll know her, she's been in a few vlogs before, but I ran over to Val, who makes like all the really nice brow bands where my brow band's from, and I bought a new stock because my one just doesn't fit, which is frustrating. Yeah, and it turns out I forgot all the pans and the cooking like utensils. Oops. So we're trying to make burgers tonight in 2 really tiny pans. If Brad's not losing his hair, I'll try and show you. If you want any idea of how cross Brad was, I had to keep this section of the video muted. Anyway, don't let it over. We all popped off and put Dobbs to bed. Got her all cosy. Brad did the water. And she just looks so cute, all snug as a bug. So you can barely see me, and I haven't got my ring light on me, but I am just doing night checks on Dobbs. Hello, baby. We are sat in Bex's lorry having drinks, and it's now got to like 11 o'clock. Oh, that's a squeaky door. Hi, darling. Oh, plenty of haylage left. So yes, I'm just doing night checks and a quick skip out, and then probably going to go back for more drinks. I'm not on till like lunchtime tomorrow, so that's good. You're nice and warm. But yes, I thought I'd say goodbye and see you. Where's the light? Woo! See you in the morning for day 2. Morning. First things first on a morning is to get her all mucked out, get her breakfast fed, and I never get to show anyone this normally because I'm normally on my own, but here's a very interesting video of me mucking out. I cooked sausages somehow in our very strange pan setup that we had, because obviously I forgot everything. And then once we'd eaten, I took Dubs out for another quick walk, get her out in the fresh air, and she found the ambulance guy who had mints on him and basically mugged him until he kept feeding them to her, little madam. I then actually spent quite a while with her up on the bank. It's right by our trailer, but Bex's classes were in the arena opposite, so it basically meant I got her out of the stable for quite a while, and we were there probably for about an hour. So watched Bex's classes, and she got some good time out the stable. Then it was time to actually do something. My first class was the British Elite Ridden Veteran, and I was actually using this class as a warm-up class. We've obviously been having a little bit of trouble with her manners since she's been on the haylage and stuff like that, and she is having calming cookies for it, but it is becoming a bit of like a mannerly thing now. So I was like, right, this is not an important class to me. I'm just going to use it to tackle our demons and our problems. So yeah, just got all dressed up. This is actually the first time she's competed as a halt horse, so I was interested to see how we got on, I guess. It was like a, tipping the toe in the water type class. Now, I didn't get any warm-up because the warm-up arena was right at the opposite end of the showground, and I was not going to make poor Brad walk the trolley and the dog all the way down there. So basically, this is the go-round. She actually went really nicely. She was a little bit hot and not tense, but she gets like a bit strong and excited, but she was really, really well-mannered. It was quite a big class. There's not a lot I can really say. She was actually okay in the go-round, and I thought, you know what, I can really give this a good go. The judge actually pulled her in as 4th in the preliminary lineup. So, like, sometimes some judges will pull in after the go-round what horses they like most, and they'll put them in order, and then you'll do your individual, and then they'll place you after your individual. So this was us coming out for our individual, and actually I was really chuffed. She stood still. Now, the judge was actually really lovely. She asked me all sorts of questions about Dublin, her age, what I did with her, which is really nice. I walked away and I did feel her get quite tense. Now, my aim was to keep her calm so I can ask for the transition. I kept her calm and didn't have any inside bend because I was trying to keep her calm and trying to stop her from anticipating. So unfortunately, we did get a wrong leg, which is just so frustrating. Because, yeah, spoiler alert, we went from 4th down to like 18th. We weren't even placed, purely because of that. But the rest of it was okay. She was fine there. She did try to nap back to the line a little bit, which she doesn't normally do. That was a bit frustrating, but actually it was mannered. Now, she did say that these veterans could extend. I didn't want to because, again, the manners thing, I don't want her tanking off next time. I just let her, like, open up a tiny bit. It was a set show, so I had to trot again in that corner, and I knew that if I galloped her, there was no way I was trotting in that corner. So I played it safe. I knew I'd kind of already messed up, so it wasn't really... I had nothing to lose, so yeah, there we go. That was my individual. And yeah, we went down the line. We weren't placed. Anyway, Dublin's a horse at the end of the day. She knows no difference, so she's still got a few treats. Got spoilt rotten. She absolutely loves drinking from this bucket, despite the fact that her nose doesn't really fit in it. But, little things like that. And I find she really loves being at the trailer, so I always bring her back here. We chill out, I sponge her off, I get her ready for bed. More treats. She has Brad wrapped around her little finger, I swear to God. There's nothing she can't make that boy do for her. But our next class was our favourite class. Tia popped round to our trailer, and we actually were really good and cleaned our tack and boots and put our Concours brow bands on to our bridles. I also got my bridle ready for tomorrow because we were doing the pairs, and I wanted to make sure that I had 2 bridles because changing a brow band in the middle of a ring is really difficult. So yeah, Brad then went to the loo and came back with my horse, so I think that was an indication to start getting ready. I tried to film as much as I could of getting ready for the concours because, I did a video ages ago about concours and I hadn't really been doing it very long, so it wasn't that knowledgeable. So I thought I'll keep as much as I can in because not many people understand it or realise that the dresses aren't even full dresses, they're actually skirts, and you put the skirt on first and then you get you dressed and then you get on and have to do like the skirt up afterwards. It was really windy. Concours normally should always be inside because of the wind. The preliminary judging was outside, so I was a little bit worried. But yeah, this is how you do up your skirt and then get your jacket over the top. And then the skirt at the front has these extra flappy bits that go under your stirrup leathers. and then you just have to like place it in the right position so that as the skirt falls, the hem's weighted and it covers your feet. But like I said, I have got a really old video. I'll link it below, but it's I probably should do like an updated one. But anyway, here we are, costume ready. Now, British Elite have a rule where you cannot wear top hats. You must wear hard hats at all times. So that's where the hat band comes into play, and you can use it on any hat. A lot like Equifest, they just had you queuing round, and then you had to trot across the long side in front of the judge. Everyone goes through to the evening performance, but they judge it out here, so you just go into the evening to find your placing. So it's a really good class to enter for just making sure you get into the evening performance, really. So that was my little trot, and then cute little halt and salute, and went back to the lineup. And then you have the evening performance. The concourse is always the first class, which is good for like the younger horses because the arena's not packed out with people at this point yet. So we all had to trot in. We did 1 lap round of trot, and I think we changed the rein. There's Tia in front of me in her new costume. Dublin was getting a little bit frustrated because she gets very excited when she comes into these things, as you can see, and then she pulls against me, and I will add, she pulls against me and then gets frustrated that I'm on her mouth, but it's like, I can't, you know, you're doing that to yourself, so actually that's her fault. Anyway, enough rambling. It's quite nice that we got quite a good go round, because sometimes they'll just bring you in, line you up, and that's it, and it takes ages to get dressed, so it was lovely.
6th place, number 56, Katie Lewis with Dublin Lass.
And yes, out of a massive class of 20, she was actually pulled 6th, so I was absolutely over the moon with that. That's really quite good for a British Elite placing. And Bex, who you know is a good friend of mine, she was on this new little horse that she's riding at the minute in one of her previous costumes, and she was 5th, so I was over the moon for her because this was technically his first ever ridden showing class, so that was amazing. Now finally the good bit. Now, because she couldn't canter in the actual class, I did say to myself, I'll leave a big gap between Bex, because obviously her is a youngster, and I let Dublin have a little bit of a canter out. And good girlie gets treats. But this is something else I love. She just loves being around people and loves having all the fuss and all the attention. It's so cute. Anyway, it was getting late now, so dinner time, popped her away. We were all starving hungry at this point, so I wanted to get everything sorted because we actually had the Concours d'Elegance Society's kind of like show drink, like a welcome committee drinks. So yeah, I had to get all the important jobs, get Dublin looked after first, and then it was time to set up for that. Good morning. Now, this is the first time I'm able to talk to you guys because the music's not playing. It is 6:15 and I'm feeding because I was just desperate for a wee. But basically, I've not been able to like talk to you because they've got background music playing. And not only, yes, alright, not only they got background music playing, it's actually really loud. And we are right above, like below a speaker. So I couldn't talk to you because A, you couldn't hear me, and B, YouTube would have a fit about it. So, hello, the music's not on yet. Oh my god, yesterday, I mean, I won't repeat myself, I would have done voiceovers, but I am over the moon with her, which I know sounds crazy because she dropped so low, but, you know, like I would have said, she did the 2 things that I really wanted her to do, she behaved, I was just, yeah, I'm chuffed. And I've just fed, I don't know if I've said this. Ooh, where are you? Say morning. Say good morning. Yes. I know, I'm in a hotel. Tia is right next to us. So, oh god, that's really dark. Yeah, that was really cool actually. What are the chances that Tia gets put right next door to me? Anyway, it's quite obvious I'm still half asleep, isn't it? But I just wanted to say hello because I've not spoken to you. Today we've got the Concourse Championship, so we are going to be mainly indoors. Again, I might not be able to talk to you because of the music. But Leanne's on her way. Tia's been staying in a hotel, like I said, so I've been feeding Hetty for her, but she's in the pitch black. So yeah, Dublin's had her best mate literally next door to her. Anyway, I'm gonna go and put the kettle on because I am rambling. So yeah, let's go and smash today. Hello again. So I'll apologise now. I did kind of not do so well on the behind the scenes filming, but that's because we were all a bit tired and I felt bad nagging Brad to keep picking up the camera. Anyway, we got this quick little walk around video showing off the costume now with the top hat, and our first class was the veteran class. Now, again, she had karma, but not as much, and the music was playing. She just felt a little bit hot, like really hot and fuzzy. So the only good thing here is that concours, you do not have to canter, and that's obviously where our mistakes are. So this judge was lovely. She was asking me all about my costume, all about Dublin, and obviously about her age because it is still a veteran class. And then I decided to basically just keep my individual in trot. Now they do have a set show in terms of you have to do like a figure of 8, but you're allowed to do it at whatever pace because you can do the whole thing in walk if you want to. I just thought, right, I'll walk away. I asked for trot and she was like raring to go, so I made that quick decision just to say, nope, do you know what, let's just stay in trot. She's here all day, I'll have more chances later on. And actually the trot was really relaxed. I was really pleased with her. Now, the class had 17 in it, and she was third. I was really pleased, and I was joking there. That's a friend of mine, and we basically always yo-yo with our placings. If we're in the same classes, we kind of keep taking it in turns to be first or second and third, so that was quite funny. But here we go. It's Dublin's favourite time. It's the lap of honour. Again, I failed on the behind the scenes filming, but it was a quick change and I did the pairs class with Tia. Now you might recognise Tia more now because I do the pairs with her at the VHS, so we decided to do it here as well. And I borrowed Rebecca's pairs like outfit, I guess. It's a hatband and a sash, but we made it into a stock because it didn't fit as a sash. But I have got my own one coming. So we just borrowed this one. Hopefully I'll have my own for VHS. And pairs, you don't have to match. I've explained this before, but you don't have to match. We call ourselves yin and yang, obviously black and white, and basically it's all about how together you are, doing things like together, basically. So we did our best, and yeah, we were really pleased with it. We love this class. We just giggle the whole entire time, and it's so fun. So we did have a little practice outside, but they also did do a really good go around. So we had a good chance to settle them in the ring as well together, which was really nice. And then got pulled out to do our individual. Now, they are very good at being together. There was a few little mistakes, but I'm kind of glad we made those mistakes because we want to do it at the VHS and do it really well at the VHS. So Tia was just giggling with him about the team name, and he was just sort of having a good look at them. We quite like they're both Irish drafts. Hetty, by the way, is 30 years old. that horse is 30 years old. She's like was a massive show jumper, and she's won like over 100,000 euro in show jumping. But anyway, I digress. We walked away. I actually walked away a little bit quicker. Tia then counted us into the trot, and then she also counts us into the canter, and we just canter the short side. We do double on this rein on the inside because she's just a bit better on this rein. And then we come across the diagonal and we go back into trot, and Tia counts us down. And normally Tia counts us down for a diagonal change, but we forgot that. We then canter again in this corner. Now, I went really wide. I do go into my corners more, so we need to be a bit more in unison there. And then when I asked for trot, Devon was actually really responsive. So she ended up trotting first, but Tia managed to catch on and do that. I think I then panicked because Tia counted us down for the halt, and I saluted because I'm an idiot. And unfortunately, he didn't see our cheesy high five, which normally gets quite a good result. But yeah, he missed that. But we were really pleased with them. It was a really good little like run through. We really enjoyed it. It was good fun. And then I was actually really pleased that they got pulled forward for second place. Okay, and here we are, changed back into the concours dress because this is the Concours d'Elegance Society Concours Rider of the Year class. Now, this is the one I qualified for at Royal Norfolk. It was quite late in the day. I was really tired by now, but I think because we'd driven all the way to Norfolk to qualify, I kind of was like, I can't not go in it. And she was amazing. We had to do a go around and we had to do an individual. So it was a proper class and I just couldn't have been happy with her. Now, they had 4 judges for this because obviously it's quite a big thing. It's, Rider of the Year. So the 2 judges that hadn't seen me early in the day had a walk around. Obviously the judge there on the left-hand side saw me in the veterans. The guy saw us in the pairs, but not in the dress. So everyone had like a good look round. Didn't actually ask questions about it, but obviously the first judge would have known. So I'm guessing she kind of spoke to them. And then that was it. Off I went. And she was being really good. So I braved it. And I opted for the canter because I do think the dress looks really cool in canter. I think it's quite... I don't know, it's just fun, but like I say, it's optional. You don't have to do it, and you don't get penalised if you don't do it. It's basically the overall picture of elegance, so do what you want as long as you look elegant, I guess. But she was really, really good, and the second diagonal, obviously my canter transition this time was right in front of the judges, so I was a little bit worried, but I was like, no, go on, big girl pants, do it, do it, do it. The only problem was I then went to collect her for the corner because sometimes she can think that she's doing the gallop still when she's excited, and she broke. So that's really frustrating, but I just kind of like rode it out and was like, yeah, whatever, I'm walking now. I just sort of went straight back to walk, turned across and saluted. Now here's the thing, they took so long to pick their winners. They weren't doing normal placings, it was just the first and second, the champion and the reserve. And there was a girl in this class that came up to me earlier in the day and she was like, oh, I really want to qualify for it. And I said, well, you won your class this morning, you technically qualify, you should go and enter. So she went and entered and she won it, and it's like, I was like over the moon for it. It's a beautiful dress and it's a Rebecca dress. And then the reserve got called and the steward came over to me at the end and he was like, oh, I just thought you'd like to know, like, it was really difficult to choose. That's him there running over to me. He was like, it was really difficult to choose between you and that reserve, so I just thought you'd like to know. And I was like, no, that makes it worse. And if I wasn't so sportsmanlike and friendly, I may have got the champion or the reserve because that girl wouldn't have been in it. But no, I joke, I'm not really like that, and I'm yes, I'm gutted that she wasn't champion or reserve, but like, it's fine. Like, it's just so nice to know that they were really struggling to pick because, technically she was third out of the whole year, so I'm absolutely over the moon. And yeah, this is us travelling home quite late in the afternoon. I think we got back at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to say bye and see you for the next one.